I believe the Finance Committee was going to give a brief intro to the subject at hand.
So Finance and Budget would like to make a recommendation based on our current fluctuating interest rate and the interest being received on investments to go ahead and pay off the mortgage on this building to save us the interest that we are currently paying on the building every month.
I will move that OCHN is to pay off the existing mortgage in full, utilizing available cash to do so only. So only using available cash in order to pay off the mortgage in its entirety until that is completed.
Moved by Ms. Kucharik, second by Mr. Rubin. Is there any further discussion? Questions? Mr. Landsman.
And we're expecting the, what is it, not true up, whatever that's called,
Uh-huh.
cost settlement to occur sometime in the next calendar month? Okay, and after that, you'll be in a position to pull the trigger and pay off the mortgage?
Other questions? Ms. Newman.
We're doing this with money from core agencies that they're giving back to us.
Yes, I don't want you to misinterpret that this changes the expense. This is just an exchange of cash. This doesn't actually change more or less spending.
That wasn't my question. My question is, for clarity, that is not going to impact the core agencies' ability to provide services
No.
by providing this money to us.
No, this is money that was prepaid last year and is owed back to us based on settling of fiscal year 18. Yes.
Other, Ms. Kucharik?
Is there a penalty for paying off the mortgage? Is there a balloon payment penalty? Any sort of penalty at all by us doing this?
There is no prepayment penalty on our mortgage.
In fact, will we save money because we will not be wasting it on interest?
Correct.
Do you have a gander how much we will save?
Patrick?
Roughly about $22,000 a month in interest, mortgage interest.
Over a period of 5 years, that could be how much money?
Yes, we have 3 years left on this mortgage, so it would be about $1 million for
And all of that money then will be utilized for what purpose that we are saving?
services. Yes.
Questions? Comments? Are we ready to take a vote?
Yes.
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 Yes. Yes.
I say, yes, we buy a building.
I think that's going to be a nice reason for a celebration. Thank you both. Next item on our agenda is the director's report.
Hey, I was going to say, I think we've got a director's report to pass out. That's all right. It's a rather short director's report, and I start with a quote as usual. A community is like a ship. Everyone ought to be prepared to take the helm. I like this quote because it speaks to leadership is not a position. Leadership is a conviction to do the right things for people we serve. And fortunately, our agency and our network are full of leaders. So we use the phrase, show up and speak up. That came from Kathleen, I believe. She was the originator, but it's become our motto throughout all of OCHN to make sure that we are contributing and we lead with conviction no matter what role we have within this agency. So on Saturday, I had the honor to attend the National Alliance on Mental Illness, NAMI, Honor Awards Night. And in the months leading up to this honor awards, now this was the statewide gathering, they were seeking nominations for people in various award categories. There were 80 nominations received across the state of Michigan for 15 different award categories. And we were thrilled when Saturday night it was announced that 5 people from Oakland County were selected out of the 15 statewide award recipients. That's all the CMHs, all the PHPs, all the service networks across the state. So, our 2019 NAMI Award winners were the first two clinical professionals. That was Christine Mary and Lauren Joslin for their work on suicide prevention, the zero suicide messaging, the work they're doing with schools, the collaboration, the training. We're hearing their name come up a lot, and they are true leaders in our field. The next one would be in the nursing category, and that was Susan Stevens, who you heard from today, and the work being done with our complex case management, our care management. It's really a model that isn't widespread across the state, but we hope it will become more and more. And as you know, we have talked amongst the Tri-County region of trying to see it spread in a collaborative way across the Tri-Counties. Our next award recipient was the Advocate of the Year, and it was our very own Melchiah Newman, who gave an amazing speech, as I'm sure you would not be surprised, and it was wonderful. She did not know she was going to receive the award. She thought she was attending a nice dinner, and when her name popped up there, and then she was selected. I believe Melchiah was selected in the category that had the most nominees as well, and it was advocacy, which is what we know she does well, not only through her work on the anti-stigma team and her participation in so many work groups, but on this board as well. And when Lois was speaking about the Citizens Advisory Committee, I thought Melchiah reminds us frequently when we slip or we're not doing as well as we should to have people and voices with lived experience be at the table. She also set an example of people first language at the event, and after she spoke, people were trying not to catch themselves say client and consumer, so that warmed my heart too. So it was wonderful, and congratulations to Melchiah, just since she's here. It was wonderful.
That was impressive.
No kidding. And then for physician and psychiatrist contributing to the betterment of mental health services, Dr. Michelle Reeve from CNS was also honored. And again, there were lots of doctors in various roles throughout our community. Dr. Rosen was one of the nominees, and he got a shout out too for his good work. Dr. Reed shared with me that Dr. Rosen was one of her mentors through the years. So she was humbled by the fact that she received the award, but she acknowledged the contributions of Dr. Rosen in developing her in her field of work too. So I would say it was a hugely proud night for Oakland County, represented more than any other specific region, and being it was my first NAMI Awards, I couldn't have been happier. So I just wanted to share that we all share in the accolades and congratulations, and if you encounter some of the staff, we'll be sharing this to all of our staff and promoting it as well. So very wonderful work being done, and we're really thrilled to have so many people honored for everything they do every day.
Are there any questions or comments for Annette regarding her report? Ms. Newman.
One comment. I didn't know that I was going to get the award. I have been nominated 4 times before and didn't win. And my husband, you know, we were saying, well, maybe this time, maybe this time. And I got to the dinner and looked at the list of the people that were in that category with me. There was a court judge, there was a sergeant from the National Guard, there were 2 or 3 CEOs, and I looked at that, I'm like, no way, Jose, this is no way. So when they called my name, I sat there, and my brain was saying, did they just call your name? Did they just call your name? I honestly could not believe it. I could not believe it. I was walking up to the stage shaking no the whole time. And I didn't cry. I did not cry.
Ask that too.
I wanted to make sure I got that out there. I did not cry. And so many people came up to me afterwards. I don't know you, but keep doing the work that you're doing. You inspire me. And it was just amazing. It was amazing. People were beautiful. Annette was beautiful in her red dress. She was stunning. It was just a once in a lifetime experience for me. And I wanted to thank CNS first. In 2004, I walked through those doors, and I was in crisis, and I was suicidal, and I was homeless. In 2005, I got the job on the anti-stigma team. I had stabilized, I had an apartment, and I hadn't had one in a long time. It's been a incredible journey for me, incredible. I had no idea because the grant was only 1 year grant. And it was only supposed to be a 1 year position. When we took it, we didn't even know if we'd have a job after that first year. But the Oakland County loved what we did. They extended that grant for another 2 years, and then they wrote a budget for us and made us permanent in CNS. So many people believed in me. Jeff Brown believed in me. He was responsible for getting me on the national stage in 2013. And you can't make this stuff up. When I see other people, I understand what it's like to come out of the darkness into the light, to live a life worth living, to have an opportunity to what you want to do. I got tissues here. Just to do so much. And I want to thank you all. I thank Christine. She kept the secret. I just thank you all for just supporting me and being cheerleaders for me. And I've learned so much at this board, on this board. And even when I made mistakes, you allowed me to make mistakes. You allowed me to be who I am and to do what I do. And it's amazing. It's amazing. So thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Say anything. I think that this has really been a very uplifting meeting. This has really had, I was wondering what we were going to have as the finish, and thank you for being a participant in stirring us up again and reminding us why we're here. Thank you. Any other comments or questions for Malkia regarding her amazing run as an advocate? Yeah, that's a really nice
I
thing.
apologize, I was gonna bring it and I forgot.
Oh, it's next month.
Bring it next month.
Advocate of the year, yeah.
Wear it?
Huge.
It's heavy.
It's too big an accessory to just traipse around? Okay. Well, we do expect to see it there. Thank you.
Yes, you
though.
will, definitely see
All
it.
right. Next item is other business. Does anybody have any? I have a bit. Just to let you know that I met with Annette and Edna White from HR tonight, and we're about to embark on setting up the evaluation process for our CEO. And just to remind you all that our bylaws determine the makeup of the committee. You can refer to them to see who's included, and that you should be hearing soon, those of you who will be participating, do some preliminary work, and then the board will be fully involved in the process and the outcome. So just to let you know that that has been on the table, and we're moving forward with that. This is our next opportunity for public comment. Is there anyone who would like to talk to us now? Executive Director comments. Have you any? Nope. Okay, thank you. Are there board member comments? Meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for your patience.